Thank you, Jim. And,
Sure.
and to piggyback off of what Ryan was saying, the whole governance issue, training and exercises is extremely important.
Sure. I mean, just think of FirstNet. If something happens and everyone talks at the same time, we're going to have some issues. I mean, there has to be some
absolutely.
discipline in there as to how this is going to work.
I totally agree. And the one additional thing that I will add is, as I've sat through a number of meetings with federal, state, and local government on the issue of interoperable communications, the one subject that I very rarely hear discussed is communication with the public. And that's kind of where I bring that issue to the table in terms of, we talk about interoperable communications among first responders and government at every level, but very rarely does the subject surface on how we communicate with the public that we're here to serve and protect. And so I would suggest that one of the lessons learned over the last few years is to include the public in our training and exercises.
That's
a lot
excellent.
of times we don't want to unnecessarily alarm them or involve them in some of the planning, but it's really important that they understand what these technologies consist of and how they're going to be used during emergencies or natural or man-made disasters. The one other thing that I would say as a lesson learned is that we need to have a very effective public information campaign to the public. And I know that I have a lot of work to do in that area because, say, for example, wireless emergency alerts were launched in 2012 in coordination with the FCC and the cellular industry. But we still receive reports from citizens today where they are wondering where that alert came from on their phone, who sent it, and what does it mean to them. And so we still have a lot of work to do in terms of informing the public about these technologies and how they will be utilized in their day-to-day activities as they encounter threats to their safety. So that's a real lesson learned for us because you can deploy all the great technology, but if it's not being adopted, accepted, used, responded to in an appropriate manner, then we're not being as effective as we could be.
Excellent point.